Hello, welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Coming first with local news. The Prime Minister has just decided to supplement the state budget's estimate in 2021 to the Ministry of Health 502.9 billion VND from the central budget's reserve in 2021 to continue the procurement of materials, chemicals and equipment necessary for COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control.
According to the Prime Minister's decision, the Ministry of Health is responsible for the comprehensive management, use and settlement of the additional funding, carry out the procurement in accordance with the provisions of the law for the right purposes and subjects to ensure thrift, efficiency, publicity, transparency and in accordance with the disease manifestation in 2021. Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Health are responsible for the accuracy of the content and data reported.
Yesterday, the Ministry of Defense held an online conference to guide the collection and determination of no-fly zones, restricted areas for drones and ultra-flying vehicles.
Major General Trần Hữu Nam, Deputy Director of the War Department, emphasized that through the training, the collection, measurement, and determination of the boundary, the scope of no-flying and restricted areas will be deployed. The training also instructs the development of no-fly zone database, restricted flight zones for unmanned aircraft, and closely determine the number, location, boundaries of no-fly zones and restricted areas. The implementation is required to ensure safety, strictly comply with the law provisions on protection of state secrets, ensure the correct schedule and quality.
According to the Department of Planning and Investment of Đồng Nai Province, from the beginning of the year up to now, in the province, the total registered capital for new establishment of enterprises and additional capital increase is nearly 16.2 trillion dong, up nearly 4.5 times over the same period in 2020.
The number of newly registered enterprises is nearly 420 enterprises, with the registered capital of approximately 9.3 trillion dong and 124 times of enterprises registered to increase capital by nearly 6.9 trillion dong. According to the Department of Planning and Investment, many newly established businesses are adjusted to increase capital because the province is implementing many large technical infrastructure projects. Therefore, many people see an opportunity to develop production and business. Newly established enterprises in the first months of this year have a rather high average capital of about 22.5 billion VND per enterprise, much higher than the national average. Up to now, the whole province has more than 41.7 thousand enterprises registered to do business on the National Business Registration Information System with a total registered capital of over 349.3 trillion dong.
The U.S. House of Representatives earlier this morning, Vietnam now voted to pass a huge relief package of 1,900 billion USD with 220 votes in favor and 211 votes against. Similar to the previous Senate vote, there are no Republicans in support of the bill.
The bill called American Rescue Plan will directly support every American's $1,400, extend unemployment benefits for millions of people, and change some tax regulations to support families with children. The bill also spends tens of billions of dollars on COVID-19 testing, tracking, and developing vaccines toward President Biden's goal of producing enough COVID-19 vaccine for all Americans by the end of May. The budget in the bill is also used to help reopen schools, help restaurants and businesses stay afloat, and support troubled state governments. While House Press Secretary James Parkey said President Joe Biden is expected to sign the bill on Friday.
The Arab League AL yesterday expressed its welcome to the Libyan parliament adopting a new list of national unity governments to run the North African nation until the general elections later this year.
According to the statement, the AL appreciated the role of the chairman of the Libyan National Assembly and the member of the parliaments to unify the legislature and complete this important vote. The AL affirmed that it will continue to support Libya in unifying institutions, creating conditions for the new executive to assume responsibility and hold national elections scheduled for December this year. On the same day, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Egypt issued a statement welcoming the historic decision of the National Assembly of Libya. Before that, after 2 days of debate, the Libyan parliament approved the cabinet of interim Prime Minister Abdul Hamid Beibar.
That's all for the news today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.